We're having fun on a Wednesday night here inside Castle Coliseum. Third quarter action. Virginia Tech leads at 55-33 over UNC Asheville. Mack, it's no wonder that the Hokies have been so successful in this building the last 2 years. 32-2 at home heading into this season. It's because these Hokie fans know how to have a lot of fun.
They do have a lot of fun. Always a good atmosphere here in Castle. A steep seating area really makes the noise stay right here. 16-1 a year ago at home.
Here's Swift at the free throw line. Makes both of them.
Now in double figures, Alana Swift is.
She's got 10 points. Leads all Bulldogs in the box score. Here's Virginia Tech on the other end. Suffren drives baseline, off the glass and in.
A completely different look when Samaya Suffren is in. Really effective at beating her person off the dribble.
So fast, so explosive. Simmons, and she walked with it.
And credit Suffren with really good defense. Stayed down, stayed in a stance. Simmons with the turnover.
Mackenzie Nelson engineering the offense for Virginia Tech. Checked by Simmons. Swings it back off to Suffren. Bounce pass for Mishaw. No doubt about it, Max.
11 points for Rose Mishaw. Hokies with 3 players in double figures midway here through the third quarter.
Mishaw an efficient 5 of 7 from the floor. Has stayed out of foul trouble for the most part as well. Has just 2 fouls. Kel Peterson draws that one.
Yeah, and the people leading the way for the Hokies, not only tonight, but this season, the top 4 scorers for the Hokies are all returnees. That's not a coincidence. That's what the experience is worth.
3 players in double figures for Virginia Tech. In the season opener against UNCW, had 5 scorers in double figures.
And I think that's the way this team's going to be. I'm sure you'll get somebody bust the 20 mark, but you're not going to have a 30, 35-point scorer like a Liz Kitley. You're going to have to do it with balanced scoring, and I think the Hokies can do that.
McCann, 5 seconds left to shoot. Inside, and the layup is true. Nice pass, found Laney Bone on the right block. Suffren, you bet.
Very comfortable in that mid-range. Samaya Suffren out of Charlotte, the Cannon School.
Foul off the ball once again.
Yeah, that was pretty obvious.
A little out of control that time for Laney Bone, the transfer out of Longwood.
You see good position, Kale Peterson. She does a lot of things right for a freshman.
Does she play wise beyond her years at this point?
Not a question, not a question. We've seen her be so calm down low, and we're going to get a charge the other way with Mackenzie Nelson.
Mackenzie Nelson with her second personal foul.
Redshirted as a freshman last year, waited her chance. Good vocal leader on this basketball team.
2023 Connecticut Gatorade Player of the Year. Super scrappy defender for Tech.
Again, Bone with the offensive foul.
And who draws it? None other than Cal Peterson.
She drew both of those, obviously. One in transition, that one in the half court. Watch get good position. Not too many charges you see taken in the back, but but clearly an offensive foul.
Sure. Ramaya White ready to check in for Virginia Tech. She steps in place of Cal Peterson.
Had not played, but getting significant minutes here tonight.
She's had 6 minutes thus far, adding on to it in the third quarter. Karis Baker. Wells for 3. An air ball. And here come the Bulldogs. McCann. Wilkins steps in. Hesitated a little bit, Mack. Took that extra step. Couldn't find it.
Baker doing a good job pushing in transition. Asheville gets back very well, 5-on-5. Beat the ball back down the floor.
Nelson. And a foul off the ball.
A little 3-second violation actually that time. I thought the same thing when I first saw it, but Ramaya White hung out a little bit. She was open, asking for the ball. Hokies couldn't get it to her.
Sure.
Good pressure on the basketball by UNC Asheville, kept the ball from going into White when she was open. Carly Wenzel back in the game.
3 ball, and it's good.
How about that, Laney Bone? Back from one of my hometowns, Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Went to Cleveland State, right outside Chattanooga, and then to Longwood, and now to UNC Asheville. She's been active on both ends. Nice 3-point shot, a couple charges.
Mack, have you ever been to Chattanooga, Tennessee?
I have lived in Chattanooga, Tennessee for many years.
Trip to the Sweet 16?
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. We had some good basketball teams back in the day. They have great women's basketball there. Sean Poppy, who was an assistant here.
That's right.
Won a couple championships. Now is the coach at Clemson. Of course, Wes Moore at NC State was there for 16 years. I think he won 15 championships in 16 years.
Big one coming up for Sean Poppy and the Clemson Tigers next week, Mac. They play South Carolina.
Yeah, I don't know who scheduled that game.
A rivalry game, but that'll be a big test for Sean Poppy and crew. South Carolina just took care of NC State on Sunday in the Ally tip-off.
They had a big lead. NC State made a big comeback, but South Carolina, they are awfully good, as we saw a year ago.
McCann tries to get it inside. Tech with another takeaway. Suffren up to Wenzel. Lays it up and in inside a minute left in the third quarter.
Those high percentage looks. Hokies now over 65% for the game. Partly because of transition layups.
They haven't shot the 3-ball tonight, Mac. Just 2 of 6 from beyond the arc.
Haven't had to, and they've been disciplined enough to attack the rim or get it inside to the post in the half court.
Bone stands straight away. Contested handoff to Wilkins. She attacks. And a nice take to the tin for Jocelyn Ware.
Freshman out of McDonough, Georgia, just south of Atlanta.
Here's Wenzel. 4 seconds. Off the glass and in again. Knifing her way through the defense.
Great awareness by Carly Wenzel.
Virginia Tech ends the third quarter with an exclamation point. 67-42, the score through 3 in Blacksburg.